Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever the time of the day where you're listening to me or you're watching to me. This is a past question study for JAMB UTME. Assuming you're writing your JAMB UTME exam today, these are exam standard questions that are actually extracted from the past question. And I'm going to be taking you through each of these questions one after the other. Do you understand? So let's go through them together. So the first aspect is on Lexis. So one of the areas that will be covered in your JAMB UTME, even in your YKSSC, is Lexis and structure. And that aspect of Lexis borders on word. Is that clear? So now when we're talking of words, we're talking of your synonyms, we're talking of your antonyms. So we are talking of your homophones, homonyms, among others. But today we're going to be treating past question on synonym, and we also have an antonym. So what is synonym? Synonym is a word relationship that has to do with similarities. Is a word relationship of similarity. No two words in English are equally the same. They have shades of meaning, but we have similar words. And we also have antonyms. Antonyms are words relationship of oppositeness. Antonyms are words relationship of what? Of oppositeness. So not to waste much of our time, this is a JAMB standard past question. And the question says, when kerosene was poured on the fire, the effect was instantaneous. The effect is what? Instantaneous. The underlying word here is instantaneous, and we are meant to get a synonym. So when you want to get the synonym of a word, you need to pay attention to the context of usage. That is the connotative meaning of that word. It is very important. You don't only use the dictionary meaning, which is the denotative meaning. Now, when kerosene was poured on the fire, the effect was instantaneous. Instantaneous in this context is giving us the vibe of something that happened immediately. That is it. Because the word instantaneous, it is an adjective that is gotten from the word instant. So we can say instantaneous. Instant was instantaneous, which is a linking verb. Now, option here is momentary. Momentary means it takes a brief time. It takes some times. Why momentous? That one, we use it to refer to a historic moment, something that is memorable. And we have amazing, something that is good, that is actually very nice. So terrifying, scary, immediate, we have something that happens instantaneously, immediately. So looking at the options, you can easily see when the kerosene was poured on the fire, the effect was immediate. The effect was what? Immediate. You can't say momentary. It still takes some time. Momentous, eventful, something that is memorable. And we have amazing is synonymous to that, terrifying, scary. So we are focusing on something that happened immediately. So the right answer here is what? Is immediate. Something that happened immediately. I hope that is clear. I hope that is understood. So when you want to get the right synonym, you need to pay attention to the context of usage of the word. That is really very important. No word is used outside other words in a sentence. That is why the associative meaning, the denotative meaning is significant in getting the right word to replace another word in a sentence. I hope that is understood. Another past question, which is on antonym. My cousin is very lazy. He will not take his studies serious. His future look quite bleak. See the context of usage. My cousin is very lazy. This is a background. He will not take his studies serious. Somebody that is lazy, it is expected that he's not meant to take his studies serious. His future look what's quite. So when you don't take your study serious, the future look quite what? Bleak. You understand it? Bleak used in this context, something that is something that is not bright. You understand? Something that is not what? Bright. Something that is not certain. A probability. That's it. Bleak in this context, not a dictionary meaning. Because you need to pay attention to the other words in the sentence for you to get the right answer. The future is not certain. You understand me? So now we are meant to get antonym. Antonym is the opposite word. So when you say bleak, it's synonymous to cloudy, where something is not bright. So cloudy cannot be the answer. So cheerless is also synonymous to this. Cheerless that is not going to be celebrated. We have bright. Of course, we can consider bright because in this context, when you say somebody's future is not bright, you understand me? It is the opposite of what? When you say somebody's future is bright, it is the opposite of what? Bleak. You understand me? And we have huge and we have study. Study means something that is strong, that is physically strong, and huge, something that is big. So looking at those words in the options, the right antonym, the right opposite is what? Is bright. You understand me? My cousin is very lazy. He will not take his studies seriously. His future look quite bleak. You understand me? We're getting the opposite of the word bleak because the word relationship that is being tested here is what? Is antonym. I hope that is understood and I hope that is clear. And I said for you to get the right word to replace either an antonym or a synonym, you need to pay attention to the context of usage of that word. You need to pay attention to the context of what? Of usage. Context in language means the environment of using a word. Every word has a functional essence. Every word has a functional significance. You understand me? Language is an application. So you need to pay attention to the preceding sentences. You understand me? So I hope that is understood. The right answer here is what? Is bright. Now, these are JAMB UTME standard questions. Assuming you're writing JAMB UTME today, these are likely exam questions you're going to actually see. Do you know where you get answer to this? Do you know where you're going to have a seamless solution or preparation for your JAMB UTME? You come to Tutors. Tutors is where you're going to get this kind of training because we're going to train you. Either you are available physically. If you live closer to University of Lagos, Akoka, Abule Oja, Abule Ijesha, you can come to our physical class. We have the morning class, we have the evening class. And for those who are staying far away and you still want to experience Tutors, distance is not a barrier. You can join our online class. Our online class is virtually on Google Meet. All classes are recorded. Even after the class, you will have access to the class. We can continue with our class.